everyone, I'm Alex and welcome to my handstand class. Today we're going to work on a few things to help us to get some nice strong solid handstands. So we'll be focusing on balance, flexibility, strength and alignment. You're going to need a few things. If you have access to a wall where you have space to kick up into a handstand, that will be really useful. But if you don't worry, we'll still do a bunch of stuff based on the floor. So get yourself a mat if you have one. If you have blocks, those will be really useful. If you don't have blocks, feel free to improvise, for example, with some weighty tomes of literature. And finally, grab yourself some socks. If you do my conditioning classes, you know that socks are a sign of great things to come. So get all your stuff and I'll meet you back here for a warm-up. Okay, let's get warm. Squeeze your fingers all the way in and then push them all the way out. Keep going. Really squeeze and then flex. Roll the wrists. Other way. Grab your fingers together and roll the wrists together. Other way. Windmills with your arms. Double time. Other way. Double time. And elbows. Other way. Up and down through your shoulders. Roll through the shoulders. Push your elbows back. Open up the chest. Arms up and down. Deep breathing. Little circles out to the side. Hopefully your shoulders are starting to burn right now. I know mine are. Other way. Chest backwards and forwards. Side to side. Rolling. Really move through the chest. Arch around your upper back. Other way. Link your fingers over your head. Roll through the whole body. Other way. Come down, link your fingers behind your back, push them over your head. Pulsing. Roll yourself up. Reach to the side. Turn your chest to face the ceiling and circle the arm. Other way. Other side, pulsing. Chest to the ceiling, rolling your arm. Other way. Squats. Push your hips forward and squeeze your butt at the top. Sitting back nice and low. Staying down. Push your chest to the floor. And now walk your feet out a little bit further and push down again. Drop to one side, pulsing. Other side. Alternating sides. In time with the music. Come to the center, take one hand, reach for your opposite ankle, other arm to the ceiling. And side twist on the other side, reach for your opposite ankle, other arm to the ceiling. Come into your downward dog and walk out your feet. Push your feet into the floor, push down through your chest and tilt your hips up to the ceiling. Push, hold your downward dog. Circle one foot, take the other leg and draw a big circle, wide and round. Push through any tightnesses. These are circles of happiness and joy. Other way. Other leg. Make sure your standing heel is pushed into the floor. Other way. Come down into a cobra. Figure eights with your shoulders. Other way. Sit your hips over your knees. Reach forward into a puppy pose. Look forward, push your chest down. Put your hands under your shoulders, up and down between your shoulder blades. It's just a small movement, building up the strength between your shoulder blades and your spine, those tiny little muscles. We're going to do a few more. 4, 3, 2, 1 now. Cat, cow, cat, cow, cat, cow, cat, cow. Keep going. Push through your upper back. Now booty tops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Double time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Quadruple time. Into the silence, my favorite. It's basically a wiggle. Awesome. Well done, everybody. That's us nice and warm, hopefully. I feel like we should do like a tiny bit more cardio to finish up with. So, can't believe I'm going to say this, but let's do a few burpees. So, get yourself at the end of your mat. What you're going to do is you're going to jump in the air, come down, do a push-up, come back up, jump in the air. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Last one. Okay, warm up done. Hopefully you're all nice and warm. I know I am. Let's find a wall or a pole and we're going to practice our alignment. Put your back to either the pole or the wall and pop your arms up behind you. So ideally, you should be able to feel the wall or the pole up the entire length of your body. Wherever you can't feel contact, I want you to actively push back into the wall. Ankles together, knees together, engaging your legs, pushing them back into the wall, tilt your hips forward, engage your abs, lower ribs down, straight line through your lower back, arms above your head, push up through the shoulders, and push back to get your back of your hands onto the wall. Hold this position. Engaging everything. Engaging your abs, your glutes, your legs, your arms. Squeeze your biceps into your ears. Hold it. Don't forget to breathe. Let's hold it for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. So that full body engagement is really important for handstands. We're going to do a few more exercises to practice that body tension. So lying on the ground, squeeze your butt, tilt your hips up to the ceiling, engage your abs, lower ribs down, push the backs of your hands behind your head, squeeze your biceps into your ears, engage your legs and lift them slightly off the floor. Hold it. This is your dish. And I can see that Moog is saying hello, but hold your dish. Hold it. Squeeze everything. Imagine that I'm coming around and putting my hand under your lower back. Is it on the floor? It's not trying to squeeze and squash where my hand would be under your lower back. Holding it, holding it. Keep going. Avoid. If you need some distraction, you can look at Moog getting in the way of the camera. And relax. Awesome. Pop onto your front. Do a little cobra to stretch it out. And in a moment we're going to do our Superman. So for our Superman, similar kind of situation, except obviously we're on our front. So we're still engaging the whole body. We're engaging our glutes, our legs, and our feet. So lifting the feet slightly off the floor. Ankles together, knees together. Zip up between your legs. Hold their legs like they are. Tilt your hips to the floor. Engage your abs. Look forward. And lift your hands above your head. You can put your head down, but really lift your palms, back of your palms up to the ceiling. Hold it. Pushing your hips into the floor. Hold it. Squeeze your biceps to your ears. Hold. Hold. Legs together. Engage your legs. Straight arms. Holding it, holding it. Keep going. Don't forget to breathe. Biceps by your ears. Pushing the arms up behind your head. relax. Back into child's pose. So, during the rest of our class, we want to remember that full body alignment and tension. It's key to everything that we're going to do. All right, let's move on to a bit more strengthening. Grab your blocks, and we're going to practice one of my favorite things, L-sits. So you may not need the blocks. If you can get your hands to the floor beside you, push and lift, then you don't need the blocks. However, if that's a challenge or your hands don't reach the floor, grab yourself a couple of blocks. You want to pop them just in front of your hips. We're going to start there. I'm going to hold this as long as I possibly can. You're going to try and hold it with me, but if you can't, come down and then come back up to join me. So actively push down through your hands, engage all the way down from your hips to your feet, engage your abs, lift and hold. Push down through your shoulders. Engage your abs. Hold. Hold. Oh, this is so brutal. Keep holding. And down. Okay. We're going to do it again. Don't worry. This time, I want you to put the blocks a little bit further away. And we're going to push up again. So maybe just behind where your knees are. Getting ready. And push. Hold it. Hold. And down. Okay. Let's do one more. This time, try, if you can, if you're managing to get airborne, to tip your body up into a tuck. If you're not managing to get off the ground, don't worry. Hold the engagement. So even if you're just sitting on the floor, pushing through your arms, engaging your legs, engaging your abs, that's still going to be doing something. So let's do one more, either engaging on the floor, lifting off the ground, or trying to come up into a tuck. So push, hold, extend, and tuck. Extend, tuck. One more, and down. Oh, I really feel that in my triceps. Okay, now is when we're going to need our socks. So grab your socks. I am slightly out of breath. We're going to put our mat to the side as well, but hold on to your blocks. So at the moment we're still working on strengthening, taking your mat to the side, making sure you have some space to slide. If your surface is not very slippery, do your best, but you can step into the movements without sliding on the floor. So if you need to use blocks for this, feel free. If you don't, that's great. I'm going to be using blocks. We're going to do slide throughs. So push your body up into a full forward plank. Push through onto your toes, up into a full back plank. Join in with me, sliding forward. And then push, sliding back. Engage your butt, come into a full plank, coming forward. If this is too hard, you can just come into your tuck and push back. But if you can, coming through with me, sliding, coming up, sliding, coming up, sliding, coming up, slide, up, moment to stretch it out. Roll out your wrists. That strengthening can be quite hard on your wrists, so just be careful. If you feel like it's too much, take a break. Take a chance to stretch out your wrists like this, pushing your hand towards your body, and then pulling it up, and the other side, and the other way. Now we're going to practice our forward bend. So coming down, bring your chest towards your legs, and think of someone pulling you forward through your arms. So you're reaching forward rather than, you don't want to curl down like this, reaching forward. It's an active movement. Point your toes, engage your legs. Pull yourself forward. Hold it. If you want some extra help, you can think of grabbing onto your shins or onto your ankles or onto your feet. Thanks, Mo, for helping. Otherwise, take your blocks, pop them behind your feet. This will help you in a flexed stretch. So if you can, reaching all the way forward in front of a block or two, bringing your chest down towards your knees. Holding it. Don't forget to breathe. Engage your legs. Push the backs of your knees into the floor. Push your backs of your knees into the floor. Pull your body forward. Chest down to your knees. Oh, he's being such a little shit. Okay, there we go. Keep pulling. This forward bend is going to be very helpful for pressing into handstands, so it's really worth trying to stretch it out. And relax. Awesome. Now, let's do a little bit more strengthening and conditioning. Take your blocks. If you have difficulty in your forward bend, like if you can't put your hands on the floor in your forward bend, you're going to help yourself by using your blocks. So either putting your hands on the floor or on the blocks, come into a forward bend, then think about tipping your butt over your hands and bringing your foot forward with your body. So this isn't just lift and kick, it's tilt. So you're tilting forward to tap your body, to tap your toe on the block. Tilting and tap. This is practicing that movement where you get used to having your butt moving over there. Oh my God, he's causing such drama over there. Tilting. Tilting. If you don't need the blocks, same thing, tilting forward. It's quite scary if you're not used to it. So practice will help you become more comfortable with this sensation. If this is too easy for you, pop your feet on the blocks. Further bending forward, further tilting. So keep going wherever you're at. Let's do a couple more. Oh, it's so hard. It's so much more scary on the blocks. Keep going. And relax. Coming up. Let's do a little back bend to balance it out. Bring your butt onto the pole if you have one, or onto the wall, and reach up behind you to put your hands on the wall or the pole. Okay, and relax. All right, let's do a little bit of stuff for stretching out our shoulders now. So again, using either the pole or the wall, pop your hands onto the pole, take your body down to 90 degrees and push down through your chest. So you're opening up your shoulders, pushing down. Open shoulders are really, really helpful for handstands. So don't underestimate the importance of flexibility training for your shoulders. Pushing down. And now take one arm off and just taking it through the other shoulder. Be careful with this one, don't push too hard. Swap to the other side. Try not to bend too much through that arm. And both arms again, swap hands if you remember which one was on top. Pushing down through the chest. Okay, and coming up, do a little forward bend to balance it out. So reaching forward, grab behind your legs, bend your knees and push back through your knees. And rolling up. Okay, let's do a couple more shoulder stretches. You can pop back onto your mat if you want to. Come into a downward dog. So pushing your feet into the floor, hands into the floor, butt into the air. Now you're going to drop your knees and push down through your shoulders and your chest. Okay, roll forward, come into a cobra, stretch it out. And now that was very exciting. I just got a grocery delivery. Pop your mat to the side. We're going to do the core slider sequence. So coming down into your plank, you're going to bring one leg out to the side at a time. Try to bring it as far around as you can while staying in a nice solid plank position with your butt down. Keep going. Few more. Okay, now we're going to do some tuck slides. So tuck, slide, tuck, slide. Tucking in nice and high, and then pushing out into your full plank. Keep breathing. Few more. Okay, let's come onto our back for a couple of crunches to give ourselves a rest. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back into your plank. This time we're doing bicycle crunches. No, what are these called? Mountain climbers. But just sliding. And if this is too easy for you, you can do side walks, which is quite fun and a nice distraction. Now we're going to do sliding burpees. Slide up, reach up, forward bend, slide back out. Slide up, reach up, down, slide out. Slide up, reach up, down, slide out. Slide up, reach up. 2 more. Up. Okay, give yourself some room. We're going to do a plank walk. Either on the tops of your toes or on the balls of your feet. Walk as far as you can. As far as you can. In your limited space. Okay, let's stop there. Okay, time to come over to the wall. We're going to start by doing some L shapes. Remember when you're doing these to tuck your pelvis forward, engage your abs, bring your lower ribs down to make a nice straight line up and down the torso, and squeeze your biceps to your ears. Think of shrugging the shoulders away from your body to push into the floor. Okay, so the L shape, you need to stack your hands under your shoulders, under your butt. So coming into like a 90-degree shape and pushing through the shoulders, engaging, nice straight body like we practiced earlier, holding it, don't forget to breathe, and come down. So let's do it one more time. Don't forget, nice straight alignment. And getting ready, walking up the wall, stacking, and hold. Hold, don't forget to breathe. If you have the opportunity to check yourself in a mirror coming down, or film yourself, it's really good to be able to check, because often we'll do that banana back position and we need to actively engage the body to avoid that. Now we're going to try walking up the wall, again keeping that nice straight body. Only go as high as this feels safe. Don't go too high, because you can fall out of this if you're not quite strong enough to hold it when you come down. So what I mean is come into a low plank against the wall, and then walk your legs up the wall and walk your hands towards the wall. So you might be here or lower, but what you want to focus on is that same straight line we were just talking about. So squeeze the butt, squeeze your legs together, straight through your lower back. If you can, walking into the wall as close as you can. When you're ready, walking back out. Now let's do some kick-ups. We're going to start with tuck kicks. Take your hands and put them about 2 or 3 palm lengths away from the wall. Pop them at shoulder width apart. Keep your feet and your knees together and push through your feet to get your hips above your shoulders. So pushing from the feet, push. So this can be as low or as high as you want. Usually to actually stack you need to push higher than you think. So let's go again, do a few more. I will do them with you. And really think about pushing as high as you can. If you are managing to stack and balance, you can think about pushing your legs up from the tuck into a straight handstand. Couple more. Ooh, that was better. And again. Okay, so that's our little tuck kick. It's a nice gateway into a full kick up, which we're now going to work on. If the full kick up is too much for you, feel free to stay with the tuck kicks. Now for our full kick up, first we're going to do some nice low ones to get used to it. So putting the hands on the floor, kick one leg up at a time. So just little kicks. You can alternate feet if you want to make a nice challenge for yourself, but often you'll have one leading leg. To progress towards a more full kick up, what you want to be thinking about is having one bent leg, which is your pushing leg, and one straight leg, which is your swinging leg. So for me, I think for most right-handed people, my left leg is my pushing leg, my right leg is my swinging leg. So you can start with your hands on the floor, push through your bent leg, swing through your other leg, and try to bring the feet together at the top. I think it's actually easier swinging over, so you can also do this if you want. Stepping forward, push with that leg and kick up to the wall. So again, go as high or as low as you need to. Do a few more with me. And if you manage to kick all the way up, take your feet away from the wall and try to hold it away from the wall as long as you can. Don't forget, we're still engaging, trying to keep a nice straight body. Keep going. Let's do a few more. And something that can help to actually get up rather than hitting the wall is think of kicking up to the ceiling rather than kicking over. So again, oh, it's great when I listen to my own recommendations and they work. And a few more. Try to hold one. And let's stop there. Come down to the floor. Roll out your wrists. You probably don't want to do too many of these in a day because you don't want to overdo it on your wrists. So just be careful and listen to your body. And I have been doing this on a hard surface, but if you put a mat down or you're doing it on carpet, that's probably going to be kinder to your wrists as well. Let's push our hand down like so, stretching out the wrist. And back the other way. Other side. And up. So we've just been working on some kick-ups, but the kick-up is not the ultimate goal with handstands. What we want to be able to do is to press into a handstand. Now that's quite a challenging thing. The strengthening that we were doing earlier on is definitely going to make a huge difference to being able to press up into a handstand or not. We're going to do a couple more exercises to work on that, but pressing into a handstand is like a long-term goal. I'm not quite there yet. I'm sure we know a few people who can do it, and that's great, but it does take dedicated practice, strengthening, flexibility, getting used to stacking your butt over your head. But let's do a couple more things just to practice stuff that will help us getting into a press. If your hands are starting to feel like this is too much, you can do this exercise on your forearms. So I'll demonstrate it on my hands, but do it on your forearms if you need to. So what we're going to do is walk into the wall, get your back all the way onto the wall, have your hands a little bit away from the wall, try and get your butt as high as you can. And then when you're ready, push through your arms and try to lift your feet off the floor. This isn't about momentum, this is about strength. So even if you don't get off the floor, if you're engaging, that's the most important thing. If you manage to get your feet off the floor, try to hold it there as long as you can. And if you are stronger than me, if you manage to get your feet off the floor, you can also think about swinging them up. So the alternative, if you're doing them on your forearms, coming up, walking yourself up, getting your butt nice and high, then that's my press. So I can do it with the assistance of the wall. So if you're managing these, this will be your reps. You'll be going down and up. So you're tilting your hips to bring the legs down. If this is challenging still, just the little movements at the bottom. Come out when you're ready. Roll out your wrists if you've been on your hands. Okay, time to warm down. Come over to your mat. Roll out your wrists. Other way. Take one hand, bring your thumb towards your chest and turn the hand so that the thumb faces away and your palm is facing forward. Now bring the arm down your body, Just gently stretching out the wrist and the forearm. Other side, thumb to chest. Turn the hand away from your body to get the fingers facing forward, and then bring it down your body. Stretching it out. Take your hands and interlink them, roll in one direction. Other way. Link your hands behind your back and push them over your head. Stretching out the shoulders. Rolling up. Come to the side. Chest to ceiling and roll out the arm. Other way. Other side, side stretch. Chest to ceiling and rolling the arm. Other way. Roll the shoulders back slowly. Nice big movements. And forward. One at a time, backwards, and one at a time, forwards. Take your head, drop it to the side gently, just with gravity, grab the side of your head to bring it down, and then lift your other hand. Center your head, and then the other side. Gently bring it to the side and lift your hand. Roll the head gently. Other way. Roll the chest. Other way. Roll the whole body. And now inhale, exhale, inhale, bend forward, walk the feet out, chest to floor, drop to one side, pulsing, and drop to the other side, pulsing. Come into your downward dog. Bring your knees down and your chest towards your knees. Come back into your downward dog. Take one leg up. Stretch it out. Bend the leg and open up the hip. And then bring it back down. Take the other leg up. Nice and high. Bend the leg, open up the hip. Come back into your downward dog. Roll into your cobra. And walking back. Take your hands, bring your fingers to face behind you, and put your hands just in front of your knees, sitting back slightly, stretching out the wrists. And then turning your hands over, fingers still facing behind you, and sitting back. You really need to take care of your wrists when you're doing handstands, so making sure that you do a proper cool down of your hands and wrists is really important. Okay, right. Let's do a deep breath in. And exhale. And inhale. exhale. Good job, everyone. See you next time.